Welcome, genuine soul. So you're here because you fell in love madly, deeply, and the person that you adored has disappeared physically, but they've never left you alone. They're constantly messaging you, telling you how much they love you, need you, adore you, but they just don't seem to be forthright in fulfilling the words that they say. Rather than your soulmate, we believe this person could have romantic NPD. Now, we all have narcissistic traits. We all have mild traits, and that's normal. With NPD, it's a much more serious condition, especially for those people that unfortunately have got caught up in their love snare. Please subscribe, like my videos, and tell me what you would like me to talk about, what you would like to know. We've talked about the cycle of NPD, the romantic narcissist. We have spoken about the traits and how they catch you and get you into their love snare, and then eventually shelved and collected into their love harem. Now there's a range of narcissism. Normal narcissism is an investment, a formidable investment in self. Sometimes you can love yourself, but you wouldn't do it at the cost of others. A normal narcissism is the feeling of being content and happy with your own accomplishments. You basically like who you are and who you've evolved to be. You're not too hard on yourself. You realise that you make mistakes and that life is a roller coaster ride. There's like a realistic satisfaction within your life, and you don't have like excessive expectations. You don't give yourself excessive expectations. You don't belittle yourself too much, and I say there's contentment who you are. The way you invest your energy in life and the results that you get from that, you're fairly pleased with. Now, narcissism, it becomes pathological when those loving feelings or admiration that you feel for yourself is exclusively projected inward towards the self, and the genuine loving feelings does not go out beyond self. It doesn't genuinely care for others' feelings, doesn't consider them at all, and doesn't feel empathy or love. Narcissistic traits can be like the self-important person who likes to be the centre of attention. Their energy is all about them, their business, their CEO self-importance. They function in the world, they have children and a spouse. When it can get, pathological, the investment is in one's self fully. There's no investment in family or others. Genuine inner feelings. They could speak the speak and talk the talk, but unfortunately it's a fake facade. It's not real, it's not genuine. With NPD traits, there's less emotional investment to those around that person. They have less intimacy, and there's a bit of a challenge with in-depth relationships. Now, with the psychological narcissist, they are very emotionally dysregulated. They perceive everything within themselves. They are ideal, they are perfect, they are faultless, and it was always somebody else's fault. This is their perception. Anything negative is never them. It's always the person on the outside. Someone else is always to blame. Now obviously with this you can imagine it's hard to maintain, as it's not responding to reality. So they're deluded. Their defences are so strong they have to maintain this, that they are perfect against all the odds. No matter what life proves and tells them and shows them, they will deny and hold on to their fabricated, grandiose self. They're in fact quite fragile, and when the world tells them that they're not so great, they retreat and isolate if their grandiose self is challenged in any way. They tend to live in a fantasy self, over-the-top ambitions. They often do this, talk about what they're going to do and what they're going to be, and or what they have, and all this sort of thing. But instead, they can quite often be stagnant and do nothing. Their false narrative and their self-narrative, again I say, is deluded. They're the ones that believe they are so grandiose. Now don't forget, there's different types we've talked about before. You can't look at anybody and say they're a narcissist. You can't do that, it's impossible. Most self-narratives come from where you are in the world at any given time. It's based on reality, or it should be. It's realistic. It's a complex self. We know that we fail, we succeed, we have realistic idea of where we are in life. We accept the range of the whole human experience. Many people these days, unfortunately, have challenges taking on the complex roller coasters of life and how to live it, and what can happen is they retreat and do nothing. They just live in this fantasy, ridiculous, deluded inner self. But then they lie epically and fool and pretend to other people that they are this incredible person. And of course, how they lie, they will mirror the person who they want to impress, give them gifts, tell them exactly what they need to hear, so that this person is pulled into their false, deluded narrative. When you are starting to meet this person, they honestly feel like your twin soul, your missing part, because you laugh the same, you talk the same, you feel the same things, you have the same ideals. And don't forget, they're mirroring you, and each person they'll mirror differently. So don't forget that, okay? Now, if you've been disregarded, but not disregarded, it's really strange. You're disregarded physically, but mentally they're still in your head, and they never stop messaging you. They're just toying with you, playing with you, probably love bombing somebody else, because they like to collect all this admiration. They thrive on it. It's as easy as breathing. They have to get these admirational sources. So if you've got away, you've had enough of the games, it could go on for years. These people string people on, these romantic narcissists, for years and years and years. Just string them on and, play the let's reunite game. This can come and go. Remember, always remember, actions speak louder than words. Stay away. Once you've got bored and fed up with the whole thing, you will stay away. And generally they'll probably let you go because they can feel the energy drop, and they know that you've sussed them out basically. But they'll have a string, sorry to tell you, but after you there'll be more that have come along. They'll all drop to the wayside. This is what these people do. You've had a lucky escape. Your best years are yet to come.